Hello, how you doing out there? This is Keith Craig Allen. I'm here to give you an encouraging message. My goal is to inspire you and uplift you. All right. I want you to think about a story with me. Some of y'all may know him, Joseph in the Bible. All right. Joseph was a great man. But Joseph he went through some terrible things in his life in order to reach his full greatness and potential of what God called him to do. Unfortunately, his brothers, they sold him into slavery. His very family, the ones he loved, sold him into slavery out of jealousy because they were jealous of him. And he ended up in prison. But while he was in prison, he was still using his gifts. He was using his gifts to interpret dreams. And he interpreted one of the inmates' dreams. And the inmate told, people, and they found out that Joseph actually had this gift. So Pharaoh found out that Joseph had a gift. So Joseph was released from prison in order to interpret Pharaoh's dreams. And that's when he moved into his position of greatness. And he became second in power in Egypt to the point where he was in control of all the resources of Egypt. All right. And then when his brothers were coming to Egypt, because everybody around was starving, his brothers was looking for food, they had to actually come to Joseph. All right. And rather than Joseph throwing them in prison or getting them get beat down for what they did to him, he forgave them. He let go of the what they did, and he showed them love. He gave them the resources that they needed, the food that they needed, and he was a blessing to them. Now look at that. Ain't that beautiful? What does that show us? That shows us that, you know what, in life, you're going to deal with situations, circumstances where you're going to feel like you're in that prison. You're going to feel like your life is over, that you failed, that you lost, and but you know what? In life, we lose battles, but we don't always. That doesn't mean that we're going to lose the war. We can still win the war. What does it also mean? If you look at some of the things that we can learn from Joseph's story, that in life, a lot of times you got to let go of that bitterness. You got to let go of that unforgiveness. You got to let go of some people, some situations, in order to move into your position of greatness, in order to move into the position of power and authority that God has given you. All right? Don't let a situation, a circumstance, a person, a job, whatever it is that has let you down, don't hold on to that. Don't look at that as though that, oh, my life is over now, that you can't not move forward. See yourself in the position that God has called you to be. God has called us to be prosperous. God has called us to be victorious. And so no matter what you're feeling, no matter what the situation may look right now, don't look at your situation. Look at your God who's greater than your situation. Look at the same God who is able to take Joseph out of prison, is able to take you out of the pain, out of the turmoil, out of the letdowns, out of the betrayal, everything that you feel that has attacked you, all those negative thoughts that are coming against you, and just the depression and anything that, whatever is going on in your life, just know that God wants to take you out of that. God has greater for you. He doesn't mean for you to stay in that place. All right? So don't be afraid to take a hold of your talents, whatever it is that God has put in your hand, just like Moses. Moses had that rod in his hand, and he used that rod to do some powerful things. All right? He split the Red Sea. God wants to split that Red Sea. He's taking you out of Egypt. He's taking you out of that situation, and he's taking you into the promised land. But don't be like Lot's wife, who looked back when she was, they was escaping Sodom and Gomorrah, and the judgment that was coming on Sodom and Gomorrah. Lot's wife looked back, and she turned into a pillar of salt. Don't look back at the situation. Don't look back and think, oh man, I missed that, I want to go back to that. No, let it all go. Whether it's a job, a person, a relationship, a situation, God has greater for you. All right? Move forward into your greatness. All right? Don't let things hold you down, and just keep your eyes on Christ, the author and finisher of our faith. All right? I hope that message blessed you. I hope you were encouraged, and if you were, share this video with someone. Stay in touch with me. You can add me as a friend on Facebook at Keith Craig Allen. All right? My blog, which is keithcraigallen.blogspot.com. Follow me on Twitter. Twitter, which is Craig Son of God. Also Instagram, which is Craig_SOG. I want you to keep your head up, keep your mind focused, and know that God has greater for you, no matter what you're going through. Be blessed, all right? Peace.